Hey everyone, welcome to I Truly Love It. My name is Susan, and today I've got my final flip through for June's Junk Journal Madness Journal. And I'm very excited that this was my first month to have a guest collaborator. So thank you to Amber from Night Owl Collage for being the first. And I'm excited to share the theme that she recommended. So if you're new here, how it works at the beginning of the month. Um, we start with 6 ideas for journals and some themes. And first 2 months, I just rolled some dice and I rolled a 5 both times. So I thought I'll do different this time. So this month, Amber gave me 6 suggestions, and we spun the wheel, and it landed on black and white art slash photography slash writing. And so it's a black and white journal, and it's really cool. I'm going to have her link below. Go check her out. Also, Trish from Crafty Whimsy. I'll have her link below. She is participating also, and so thank you to those ladies for sharing with the world what you're making. All right, so how it works, it's a 3-page document. It's Google Doc, it's free. And I'm gonna have to update it as well. It's a constantly changing document, meaning we can just add to it, kind of modify things. If as we go along, we realize we're missing something that should be on the list. So after we pick the theme, then we roll the dice. I have large number dice. And this is page 2. These are the items to include. So we need to use 14 of these things. So these are just things like twine, lace, ribbon, napkins, envelope, notepad paper, CD envelope. And I realized I didn't have dot grid paper. I didn't have magazine ephemera or even newspaper. So I've got to get those on here. I'm going to probably tweak this and double up, like lace, trim, and ribbon could probably all go on one line together. So we get those added, and then we rolled the dice again, and these are how many items to make. We had to make 8 items. Now, there's a lot of spaces here, and as I'm making things, I'm realizing, well, that should be on there. So like tabbed items, not a tab, because that's here, but an item with a built-in tab, and you'll see that, or if you've been watching, you know what I'm talking about. Tag with a pocket, I didn't have that up here, and if I do, I missed it, but I don't see it on there. And then I need to put like all the tag things together. I've got them kind of messed up here. Not messed up, but mixed up. Tag with a belly band would be another suggestion. I didn't put that, so I highlighted all the things I used. And I'm sure there's some things in there that I didn't, highlight that I probably used. Like I'm pretty sure I've got some tissue paper somewhere in there. All right. So I'm just going to go through my journal and show you what it looks like. And I like this series because I don't know if you're like me and you have all these things. You're like, okay, what am I going to work on next? This is really getting me to use the things I have. So I have a lot of pre-made ephemera where I've done a lot of challenges. I've had my own challenges, Which One Wednesday, for example. So I have a lot of things built up in my stash. Like I need a journal to put them in. So some of these things I didn't necessarily make for the journal after I started. I've had them sitting and waiting. So that's not cheating. You're finally making a way to use them. Okay. So here's my journal, you guys. Um, I was digging in. I didn't know what to do for the cover, and I was digging in doing my Marguerite Miller collage challenge, and I was digging through my bag of magazine ephemera, and I had this title from a magazine article, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I've been waiting to use you." So there you go. I've had this cluster for a while, I believe. I made that for 50 stack challenge, I think, or maybe a deal it up challenge. Anyways, it was in my stash. Perfect time to use it. If you go back to the very first video where I started my journal, you'll see the creation of the journal itself, the bones. And I did, for those who've been following along, I did move the ribbon where the bow is on the inside. I had a hard time keeping it tight enough. All right, so this is just scrapbook paper. I turned it into a pocket because then I used a CD envelope and I did some Zentangles around it. And this little piece in the center came from, when you get a pad of scrapbook paper, sometimes you have those pages with the cut aparts. And this was on there. I did have to trim it for it to fit in there, but that was really cool. And I had gotten these CD envelopes and I never used them. I intended to maybe coffee dye them, but I hadn't got around to it. So I'm glad I didn't because I really wanted to stick with. This is a little creamy, but not too bad. All right, so let's open it up. And so I just made pockets here. And there's 3. There's also 3 over here. These are my art drawings from the Daisy Yellow Index Card a Day challenge. Those are the only 4 I've done, you guys. Okay, so here it is, almost the end of the month, and I'm super behind. This I made in a Sweet Bee card collab back in 2023 with Sweet Bee Paper Co. I think Sweet Bee Designs now is her name. And we used jumbo cards. So I've got a little journaling spot on the back. And, it's got a little red. It's all right. It's the little things that make life big. Just slide that in that pocket. So I used a jumbo card. These were index cards. I think I need to put them down a pocket. Anyways, these are just offset from each other. So it's a little staggered envelope session going on there. I did the same here with some different papers. This was a tag I made. Oh, that's from a masterboard. Oh, yeah, from Belinda when I did Deal It Up Challenge last year. She still has it going. Go check her out. We had to make a monochromatic masterboard, and then it turned into a tag. So I got that little tag. This is from one of my series recently, Junk Journal Sketches. Those come out on Sundays. And then I've got this one with a little paper flower. So I used a paper flower, or I made a paper flower, but I made it a long time ago. This is from that same masterboard. I'm not going to mark off masterboard because I didn't make one for this like I did last month. So then I have each of these big pages has a tabbed page you can journal on. Use a white marker on that side and on the back. And you can even put photos on there. Then there's another one here. I like that paper. This is coloring book paper. A little vellum pocket. This is also from Junk Journal Sketches, little journal card. The Tim Holtz item. I think everything else, except a little notepad paper tag. Those are, the rest of this is scrapbook paper cardstock. I made this in Junk Journal Sketches, and it's a note card. And I was going to put it in a pocket. I decided to just slip it in since the way I have the signature, it's not sewn in. Chipboard piece. And then when I was cutting this paper, I had those 2 triangle pieces. I turned them into little tucks. This is a piece of, I'm guessing, it was from a Etsy haul. So I don't know if it was coloring book page because it had stuff on both sides. So I'm guessing so. The other side had different kinds of stars, which was neat. I really sat here and tried, to figure out which side I wanted to use. I ended up going with this one. But that's just glued to the front of an envelope. In the envelope, this was something I got in a Etsy haul a long time ago. Looks like someone was writing and they wrote some more on it. I don't know. It was really cool. I didn't ever know how I was going to use it. And now I rounded the corners. So now I've got a little journal card. Dot grid paper, which was not on the list. So I added that. This is a cluster I made a long time ago. And just put that on the page as a page edge. This is a regular old envelope, a little security envelope, and I just glued the flap shut, folded it in half, snipped the ends off, so you got little pockets here. That's off that master board. Oh, look, some little flower trim. That's a sticker. I forgot I had those. Oh, some more little daisy trim. And some baker's twine. That's from the scrapbook cut aparts. It's another like bigger note card. I made a belly band, horizontal belly band, and then I made a little notepad. This is the only thing about when it's not sewn in. Moves. Put a little. I had to weigh this down. I had to use some fabric tack for that. Barely art wasn't going to work. This little notebook. There's some papers in there. Nothing too fancy. So you just take that back piece, stick it in there. More. This is all planner paper. A little notepad paper. And then there's my thing. But it loosens up, and I really need another finger when I'm trying to tighten it. But I do like the idea, so you can take it out and slip it back in. And then, so those papers don't have anything else, just for writing. This was a junk journal sketches creation. And I love this pen. This was a wish that was granted on Facebook group, Junk Journals Crafts and More. It's this Uniball Signo. So I just drew on that little circle cutout. That's chipboard. Those are Vicky Bouton pieces. So then I turned that, it's supposed to be originally a journal card, but I turned it into a pocket. Oh, no, it's not. Surprise. This is just decoration. Did I intend for it to be? Does it matter? It doesn't matter. Okay, put that back in later. Oh, really? It is. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's a pocket. I don't know why that card wouldn't go in there. Maybe because of the little ribbon. Ah, I am a genius. Sometimes. Okay. Lots of journaling space there. Here's the other side of the envelope. This was something I made in this is the Altered Index card challenge hosted by Suzanne at Nonstop Paper Crafts. And this is a index card turned into a tag with lace as a pocket. And that was not on the list, a tag with a pocket. So I added that. If you guys have ideas for items and they're not on that list, let me know. Because like I said, it's always changing. All right, this is the other side of that envelope that had that bird house page glued to it. So you just glue that to the other side and make some pocket. That's a journal card. That's from that master board also. Finally getting to use all those from that Deal It Up challenge. Belinda and Visualized NZ. Go check her out. That's the other side of that note card with that corner tuck. This was something I had gotten in an Etsy haul. It's an embossed item, so I got to check that off. I've also been participating, and I'm behind in the This is a Fake Address challenge on Instagram. And this was probably my favorite so far. Ralph Mouth from Happy Days. You just make a fake address. And of course, I'm doing it too for the fun and practicing my lettering using my brush pen. All right, there's another vellum pocket. So this vellum, if you're curious, let's see, hang on. Oh, I'll show you at the end. But I got it from Daiso. It's a big packet of vellum. All right, that's the back of that other inside page with another tab. I love that paper. I made 3 pockets here. I left this blank so we could put whatever we want here. And you got one more tab back here. And you got the back. You could add stuff to as well. All right, let's go put this little tag back in that I took out of the pocket over here. And you know, you can take the tag out. You can write on the envelope. right on the back of this card or tag here. So that's my journal. But I used, scrapbook papers. I'm sure you got a ton of stuff in your stash. And here's the pack. I was trying to show you this pack. Tricey paper, Shiogami. But it's from Daiso. And it comes with 8 different designs. And you got 4 in black, 4 in white. And yeah, I've enjoyed that paper. Put it back where it belongs now, so I know where it is when I want to find it again. I really thought maybe I would have used these. I didn't. So we'll save those. And this is a big journal card I didn't use in there because it's too much green in there. And this is the Vicky Booten print shop chipboard pieces. I'm not a huge fan of chipboard pieces simply because they take up so much space. And I know you can like peel the back off and stuff, but I didn't do that. All right, guys. I love that. Thank you, Amber, for your suggestions. And I'm glad it landed on this because I had quite a bit of stuff to put in there that was already made. And I love that I can get it out of that box and into a journal. And really had fun. So if you're interested in being a guest host, I'm currently got hosts lined up through October. I think I'd take one more for November. And we'll take December off because a lot of people do December daily. People do Defember. That's just a busy time of the year for a lot of people. And we may even take January off and then come back in February. So if you want to sign up for next year and or you're thinking about it, just let me know. So come back on July 1st to find out who our next guest collaborator is and what our next journal theme is. And in between this video and that video, I'm going to update my Google Doc. And if you see anything that should be added, just let me know because I'm sure there's things that I haven't thought of to put on there. All right, you guys. I appreciate you and your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out Amber over at Night Owl Collage and Trish at Crafty Whimsy. I'll have their channels linked below. Thank you, ladies, for participating. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. All right. Until the next one, bye bye.